Two. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now, all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call. To be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made. The all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on 8th Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court, from the DC school. I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's not really fair. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It's UPK until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Twan was locked up in the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie and pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was wasn't danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai Mashiach in Christ and fall up under that UPK banner is my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour plays. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. But a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool zone. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. All right, clap it up. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Baraka Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Thumb Bashim Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We've been bringing in this truth since 1969 that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Israelites of the Bible. And 1 second. Trying to bring my brother on. Salakia. Well, this is Isupk Charlotte. If you're in the area, tune into the class. We're on Facebook on Isupk Charlotte, on YouTube Isupk the 704, and Isupk G Burrow on Facebook as well. So this is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. I'm waiting to be joined by my Ottawa Officer 500 Kayada War. I'm Officer Baez, and we're going to get it in on the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. But while we're trying to work that out, I'm going to just go ahead and, get started on this wicked holiday that's coming up on Sunday, and it is Mother's Day. And I know for those who are not affiliated with the ISUPK, it would seem that I'm saying something wicked right now by calling Mother's Day wicked. But of course, those of us in the truth realize how wicked of a holiday it is, because all of our oppressors' holidays are wicked. They are all rooted in evil and pagan customs that come from our oppressors, these heathen nations that seek to devour us, that have been nothing but a thorn in our side throughout history, throughout our existence. And every time we have been disobedient to the Most High, they have been waiting in the wings to destroy us at every turn. They hate us. It's a perpetual hatred that they have for us, as the scriptures say. And Mother's Day is just another way that they oppress us, and it allows us to turn our back on the Most High and choose the ways of our enemies, man. It's not a holiday given to us by the Most High. It is a holiday rooted in pagan customs and wickedness and filth and false worship, false gods, false deities, as it is with anything that comes from these heathen nations. We are the only ones who have the righteousness of the Most High, man, the real one true power, the one true Lord, man. He's only dealing with Israel, which are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And he gave us our culture. He gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, which include having brotherhood for each other, man. This is the brotherhood class. And everything that we do in the ISUPK is according to these scriptures. And brotherhood is definitely an important part of that. You can't serve the Most High without having brotherhood for your fellow man. They go hand in hand. And I'm going to go ahead and get started while we wait on Officer Carter Ward to get in. I'm going to start it off with our usual scripture that we always start with. And who am I to break tradition? So the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Now, the Most High is telling us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to gather ourselves together
because we're not together. We're separated. We're separated by all manner of philosophies and doctrines and ways of life and different motivational factors and just all kind of any way that you can think of for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be separate. You name it, we can claim it. But the Most High is telling us to gather ourselves together. He says, "Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together," because in order for us to survive, in order for this nation to thrive, we are in captivity. We're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. We need to gather ourselves together. And you hear all the time blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians talk about coming together. We need to come together. We need to do this and we need to do that. We need to, have our own economy. We need to, get some land and be amongst each other. And it's pointless if we're gonna still be separated by all these different ways of life, man. These different paths. If some of us gonna be Muslim, some of us gonna be Christian, some of us gonna be Egyptologists, some of us gonna be Moors, 5%ers, whatever the case may be. Some of us gonna be LGBT. Some of us gonna be Black Panthers. Some of us are gonna feel like we can't make it without our oppressor having a piece of this. Like we got to include the oppressor some way, somehow. Hey, you want to finish up your stuff?
Hey, Shashakata, Salaki,
No sweat, sir. Good to see you.
like
Tawab,
Khan.
Most High in Christ. But yeah, if we got all of these different things separating us, then what's the point of us getting together? But in the ISUPK, the gathering has already begun, man. You're looking at blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in this place, this one body, who love each other like brothers, man. We love each other as we love ourselves. If you would have came to our Passover, the Salaki, if you would have came to the Lord's Passover, the 53rd Passover, then you would have seen what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians loving each other looks like, man. You would have seen that we are not separated one bit. There are no schisms in this body. We all one. We all gather together. We just need the rest of our brothers and sisters to come along, man. Join the party, man. We all need to gather together. And here's the kicker. It says, "O nation not desired," just in case there was any confusion on who the scripture was talking about. It's definitely talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Nobody can deny that who's serious, man. If you deny that, then you're definitely coming with some hidden, it's not even hidden, with some obvious agenda to keep blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians from knowing their true identity, from knowing that this is who this Bible is talking about. But the Lord said for us to gather ourselves together. But on what principle can we all gather together? This Bible, man. We can all gather together on this Bible, because this Bible is our history book. Nowhere in the Quran, nowhere in the Moorish science temples, nowhere on the walls of Kemet can you find our history as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. But it's clearly written and defined in this Bible, man. This book right here clearly has the history of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in it, man. It's our Constitution, a living word, the living word of the Most High, written by us, to us, for us, and us alone, man. For us to get up out of the captivity that we find ourselves in. For us to move past these things that keep us separate and these things that allow our oppressor to keep his foot on our necks. And in this book is is a way for us to govern ourselves because it has the laws of the Most High.
Right.
And the law is life, man. These laws is life. Those who keep it come to life. Those who break it shall die. And that's what we've been doing in this place. We have been dying because we haven't been keeping these laws. And we've tried everything. We've tried everything else to try to free ourselves out of this captivity. And nothing has worked. But the one thing that we haven't tried as a collective is this Bible, man. And every time, the ISUPK is on the streets, we're on the airways, we're on the YouTube, pleading with our people to come back to the Most High, to gather together under these laws, statutes, and commandments, under the leadership of Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK. But every turn it's got to be a fight and a scuffle, and our own people got to be the ones who strive against us. And they know that we've tried everything else, but we haven't tried this, and they don't even want to give this a chance because they see it as, this Bible is a Christian book, when the Bible has absolutely nothing to do with Christianity, man.
Right.
Absolutely nothing. If you read this book, you'll learn that Christianity is not in it, man, at all. But that's what we need to do, man. We need to gather ourselves together. And we're going to go into this wicked Mother's Day. Salaki, sir, I'm going to send you an article. Tawab, you got anything you want to add?
La.
Come.
Hey, Salakia, Bob, give me 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm about to just send you this article.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to gather ourselves together, man. And what better way for us to come together? What better point of agreement can we come to than these law, statutes, and commandments? Even those who don't believe in the Most High, even though when the Most High says thou should not eat pork, even people who don't believe in the Bible know that pork is bad, man. It's just that Christian pastor, he's ridiculous. We're going against the Most High, man. Like Christianity, we say it all the time, is worse than drugs, man. Because a drug addict knows he has a problem, but Christians don't know, man. They think they righteous. They think they're doing the right thing. They can have strokes and heart attacks and high blood pressure, and the doctor tell them they need to get off pork. They'll still try to misuse scriptures to justify eating the pork, man, and still call themselves blessed by the Most High. That's ridiculous, man. That is insane. That is Christianity. But surely we can come together on this law, man, when it says, thou should not commit adultery, man. Not sleeping with our brothers' wives, man. Not stealing from each other. Loving each other as we love ourselves, man. Only celebrating the holy days given to us by the Most High. Surely we can come together and denounce and refrain from observing the wicked pagan holy holidays of the society. Even if you love Christmas, if you stop celebrating Christmas, you can't tell me you ain't gonna be better off for it. Definitely financially. And the same go for Mother's Day, man. We need to rally around not celebrating that filth too, man. Because you can celebrate your mother, not celebrate your mother, but you can tell your mother that you love her every day, man. You can call your mother every day. You can tell your mother what she means to you every day. Why do you have to observe the day that your oppressor says for you to do it? They said Mother's Day is like the day with the most phone calls, man, in the year. Because everybody calling mom or calling somebody who is the mother and telling them Happy Mother's Day. For what, man? For what? There wasn't a mother the day before. There ain't gonna be a mother the day after. Stop letting your oppressor rule you and dictate what you serve and believe in, man. We worship the Most High here in the ISUPK. We love what the Lord loves, and we hate what the Lord hates. And the Lord hates the feast days of this society, man. That's right. So let's get into these scriptures. Let's see. We're gonna start with Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power. Now, holy means separate, man. This is Moses talking to the Israelites, who of course are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today. And he says, for thou art an holy people. You are holy, man. And what does holy mean? Holy simply means separate. We are separate to the Most High, man. The scripture I just read in Zephaniah 2:1 said, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. It's telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in that one scripture that we need to come together as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in one body, one family, one nation. But here it's telling us that we are a holy people unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. So we to gather together with each other, but we are to separate from everybody else, man. And be holy, be separate, be special unto the Most High. Everybody got a closet with with their favorite wardrobe in it. You know, you got your favorite pair of shoes. Those are special to you, man. That means they got a spot in your heart that's closer than everything else, man, in the category. They stand out. They mean more to you than the rest of them, man. And that's what the Most High, that's how we are to the Most High. We special to the Most High. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Above, man. Not below, not beside, not equal to, but above, man. The Most High holds us in a higher regard. He loves us more than everybody else on the planet, man.
Well,
And as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, from being a doormat of this society for so long, for some of our people, that's such a difficult concept to wrap our heads around, man. You wouldn't believe how many of our people, give us pushback, look at us with utter hatred and disgust because we tell them that the Most High loves you more than he loves everybody else, man. That you the ones who's special to the Most High. And then we back it up with facts like you cook the best, you dance the best, you jump the highest, you run the fastest. These aren't things that we're making up. These are documented facts, man. Some of them are opinions. Who cooked the best could be considered an opinion. But of course, we know that it's a fact. You know what I
well,
mean? But I
well.
can't say what somebody else taste buds say. So I'm gonna give you that's an opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a fact, Jack. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians cook better than everybody else, man.
Salaki.
Yes, sir.
Salaki, if I can add on,
Yes, sir.
we know that our nation cooks the best because every other nation takes our ideas and then now it's fast food. They make a killing off our ideas with
There you go.
see the Asian community, they sell chicken and fries. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
KFC, I mean you name it.
right.
You name it. Commander General Yohana was going over it last night about how the origin of the barbecue, how we barbecue today, how the slaves would run the barbecue, have it cooking all day. When they get off, now the meat is all tender. That's where you get your pulled pork from.
Right.
Salaki.
Right.
It's taking our stuff, man.
Right. Hey, get a brother a hand, man.
That's right.
Damn right. You brought up a valid point that I didn't even think about, but I'm gonna piggyback off of it, man, because they used to give us the bad parts of the animal that they didn't want, like the oxtail. Now
Right.
look, you love oxtails, man.
Yeah.
Look how much they charge for oxtails. Oxtails cost damn near more than steak, man.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So we can't have nothing, man. They take everything from us, man, because the Most High made us special, man. So if we special, then why are we always looking for validation from the oppressor, from the
Right.
heathen who is not special, man? Who the Most High could care less about, man? If you could, sir, let me get Leviticus 20 and 26, because the Most High is only dealing with Israel. He has only dealt with Israel, man. He only chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He gave us his laws, statutes, and commandments. He gave us the Passover, man. He gave us the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And it's not ours. It's the Lord's Passover, man. He says it's the Lord's Passover. These are the feasts of the Lord. And for us to be able to observe and celebrate what belongs to the Most High, and nobody else can celebrate these things, man. As far as the Lord is concerned, He said no stranger can keep these things. This is for you. That's an honor, man. That's something to be proud of, man. But yet we running around here trying to celebrate a Mother's Day, man.
Right.
What is that? Tell your mother you love her every day, man.
Right.
Buy your mother a card on the humble, man, on some randomness, man. Don't make it when your oppressor decide he want to sell some greeting cards, man.
Right.
He want to sell some flowers and some candy, man. Make your mother feel special every other day, man. That way she don't have to feel bad when you don't call her on Mother's Day. Because I'm not calling my moms on Mother's Day, man.
Right.
And I hate that it got to be like that because I don't want her to get confused. You know what I mean? I don't want her to look at it like I'm calling her because it's Mother's Day.
Mm.
So I'm going to call her these next couple days leading up to Mother's Day. I'm going to skip Mother's Day. Then I'm going to call her the days after Mother's Day just to let her know ain't no hard feeling. But you're not going to get me to worship you on a specific day, man. Because the oppressor says that I can do that on that day. Nah, man. I am in rebellion against the oppressor, man. And so are my brothers in the Isupk, man.
Right.
We're not joining ourselves to this society, man. We separate from the society.
Right.
If you could read that, Baba Kusha.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Most High, am holy.
That's right. The Most High said we ought to be separate unto Him because He is separate, man. Again, holy means separate. Read on.
And have severed you from other people.
And have what?
Severed you from other people.
And He has severed us from other people, man, from everybody else, man. Severed means to violently separate, man.
Right.
And the Most High violently separated us from everybody else, man. Look at how we came out of Egypt, man. That was a violent separation, man. Ask them Egyptians who lost their firstborn, man. Ask the ones who got swallowed up in the Red Sea. Ask the nations that we slaughtered taking the land of Israel, man. Violent separation, man. Look at when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got off them slave ships and had to serve hardcore chattel slavery, man. Was that not a violent separation between us and the heathen? The Most High don't want us joining with these people, man. So he's
Right.
there with it.
So like
Read on.
it's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Most High, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
That's right, man. The Most High violently separated us so that we should be His, man. His. But we giving up trying to be His so that we can be with other people who He don't care about, man. That's how far we have fallen, man. We trying to not be separate like the Most High made us, so that we can join our oppressors and celebrate what they celebrate, so that we can celebrate Mother's Day, man. Matter of fact, you got that article I text you?
Yeah.
Let's get into it a little bit.
So this comes from history.com. It says Mother's Day is a holiday honoring motherhood that is observed in different forms throughout the world.
Right. You know?
In the United States, Mother's Day 2022 will occur on Sunday, May 8th.
Yeah, this coming Sunday, man. This coming Sunday. It's gonna be, all kind of text messages and calls and cards and all kind of visits and hey mom, I love you and the NBA playoff games is gonna be everybody who get interviewed before the game and after the game. Happy Mother's Day, mom. I love you, mom, 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 mom. Right? Read on.
The American incarnation of Mother's Day was created by Anna Jarvis
The
in
what? Start that over. The what?
the American incarnation of Mother's Day.
Yeah, man. The American incarnation of Mother's Day. The version of Mother's Day that's celebrated in this society today. It's just an incarnation of something from the past, man. But it's what? It was created by who?
By Anna Jarvis in 1908 and became an official U.S. holiday in 1914.
Yeah, man. The Most High gave us His holy days back in the book of Leviticus, man. He gave them to Moses in the book of Leviticus to give them to us, man. You celebrating something that's, just something that just been around since 1914 as far as being an official U.S. holiday. Of course, it goes back much further than that, as we'll get to later. But it created by Anna Jarvis, man. I ain't got to tell you that this some devil, man.
Well,
So, you know what I mean? Because some devil decided she wanted to honor and, worship her mother. That mean now our people got to fall into that nonsense? Nah, man. Worship the Most High, man, and what the Most High said to worship, man.
well,
Read on.
Jarvis would later denounce the holiday's commercialization and, and spent the latter part of her life trying to remove it from the calendar.
Now look, as my man N.W.O always say, check that out,
Um,
man.
uh, well,
Check that out.
well,
She don't even like the way, man. When the righteous in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. She ain't even like how the United States did the holiday that she tried to implement, man.
well,
Because the United States commercializes everything, man.
Right.
They worship the dollar, so everything got to become about the dollar, man.
Right.
And our people got to fall victim to it every time. Read on.
And spent the latter part of her life trying to remove it from the calendar. While dates and celebrations vary, Mother's Day traditionally involves presenting moms with flowers, cards, and gifts.
Right. Worship. I mean, there's nothing wrong with giving somebody these items because they reached an accomplishment or because you showing them appreciation for what they do, or you know what I mean. Or if you love somebody, that's perfectly fine. Where the problem comes in at is that it's a day that is celebrated by your oppressor, man, and it goes back to pagan roots. Read on.
History of Mother's Day.
Yeah, the history, man. This is what our people don't do. We don't look past the surface, man. But in the ISUPK, believe me, we got scholars in here, man.
Right.
We don't just look at the surface. You got to go beneath the surface, man. You got to dig up. Like in the class last night, we was talking about how the earth helped the woman, man, and the archaeology and the records and stuff that's buried in the earth. Well, there's records buried in books, man, in the archives. There's all kind of history, man, that you got to dig up, man. You gotta want to know the truth. You can't just be content with just believing what somebody tell you, man. Like I always say, ignorance in 2022 is a choice, man. It don't take no effort to get this information. Read on.
Celebrations of mothers and motherhood can be traced back to the ancient Greeks
To
and
the
Romans.
who?
To the ancient Greeks and Romans.
To the who?
The ancient Greeks and Romans.
To the ancient Greeks and Romans, man. Them damn Edomites, man.
Wow.
You ain't got to look no further, man. To the origins behind any of these holidays, man. You can always find them in ancient Greece and Rome, man. And even before that, a lot of them go back to Egypt, man. Our enemies, man, our oppressors, who the Most High separated us from, man. Here we go worshiping nonsense that the people who enslaved us, the people who have been a perpetual thorn in our side, we now find ourselves secretly worshiping their gods, man. Read on.
Who held festivals in honor of the mother goddesses Rhea and Sybil.
Yeah,
But the
man, the mother goddesses, man. Nonsense, man. What is a goddess, man? Not a damn thing, man. It's nothing. Some nonsense that your oppressors believe in, man. Something you never hear. Man, don't insult the Most High by talking about a goddess, man. The Most High is the Most High, man. He is a man of war, man. He is the
right.
power of Israel, man, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Him and him alone, man. Ain't no damn goddesses, man. Read on.
But the clearest modern precedent for Mother's Day is the early Christian festival known as Mothering Sunday.
And there you go. That damn Christian church, man.
Right.
Christian church has found a way to incorporate every kind of paganness into what they do, man. You know, all of these wicked holidays get celebrated in the Christian church.
Right.
You're gonna have why you think it's on a Sunday, man? You know what I mean? Like they gonna be in church and they're gonna have a program especially for them women, man. They're gonna have a Mother's Day program, man. And they're gonna have a special fund the special collection for Mother's Day, and the mothers ain't even gonna get the money, man. It's gonna go to the preacher. How you got an extra collection for mothers on Mother's Day that go to the preacher? The Christian church is ridiculous, man. Read on.
Once a major tradition in the United Kingdom and parts of Europe, this celebration fell on the fourth Sunday in Lent and
Yeah,
was
Lent,
originally
Lent, another one of them wicked holidays, man. Something to do with right before Easter or something like that, sometime right around the time of Easter, where they supposedly like give up something or fast from one thing or another. More nonsense, man. Read on.
and was originally seen as a time when the faithful would return to their mother church, the main church in the vicinity of their home, for a special service.
Yeah, man. So this is what our people are involved in, man.
Right.
We don't even know. We don't even have the history on these things. We
Right.
just celebrate these things for celebration's sake, man. For celebration's sake. Read on a little bit more. We're gonna clip this.
Over time, the Mothering Sunday tradition shifted into a more secular holiday, and children would present their mothers with flowers and other tokens of appreciation.
And then you hear the biasness of this article. Read that last part again, that overtime.
Over time, the Mothering Sunday tradition shifted into a more secular holiday,
Into
and
a more secular holiday. Now, of course, secular means like non-church related, like worldly. As if it was ever not worldly, man. The whole origin of it has nothing to do with the Most High. It's all secular, man. But the Christian church thinking that they righteous, thinking that it's actually something righteous. But now, anybody can do it, and just buying your mother gifts, they call that secular. Nah, man, the Christian church is secular, man. Has nothing to do with the Most High, man. None of these holidays do. None of these churches do. Read on.
uh, and
So this
children would present their mothers, and children would present their mothers with flowers and other tokens of appreciation. This custom eventually faded in popularity before merging with the American Mother's Day in the 1930s and the 1940s.
right. So there you go, man. Mother's Day. Nonsense.
And
And now
Salakia,
people want what? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
if I could add on a little bit, I don't know if you was gonna get into it or not, but I noticed the article brought up the goddess Rhea, right? Or
Right,
Rhea, however you pronounce it, and that's all with the Greek mythology.
right,
I believe she's the wife or the mother of Kronos, who wanted to eat all the children because he felt like
right.
one of the children was gonna grow up and kill him. That's what Zeus and Hades
Come,
and Apollo, all these different gods. So it comes from that Greek mythology. And what is mythology?
come.
Something made the hell up.
Yeah,
And also too, it's in the month of May, right? The
right,
month of May is named after another god or goddess, Maya. So check that out.
right.
So it's
There you
all the
go.
worship of different gods.
There you go.
All so like
Come. I was about to go into it, but the water, man. I wasn't going in on that part of it, but you just brought out what I was about to bring out in the scriptures, though. Let me get Exodus 20 and 5. Yeah, the water. Because I did brush past the Greek mythology portion of it, man. Because it's all disgusting to me, man. I don't care what the Greeks and the Romans do, man.
right.
I don't know what happened. Everything too wild?
It's a little choppy, a little staticky.
Can- Yeah, my whole screen went blank just now for a second.
Look. I know my internet up
Something to check
here.
to make sure I'm still alive.
My internet up here been it just came back on. That's why I started a little late. You know what I'm saying? So there's been problems with the internet.
Okay, no sweat, no sweat. I thought it got kicked. I got kicked off. But yeah, Exodus 20 and what I said, 6:5.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the
Salaki,
Most High.
Salaki. I meant 34 and 14. Salaki.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God.
We should do what?
For thou shalt worship no other God.
Yeah, man. So damn Zeus, damn
Right.
Kronos and Rhea and Maya and all, whoever the hell else, man. No other God, man. Or goddess. Read on.
For thou shalt worship no other God. For the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power.
Yeah, man. That's why we better be careful out here playing around with these holidays, man. We provoking the Most High's jealousy, man. The Most High is self-admittedly jealous, man. He don't like it when his chosen people choose to worship another God over him, man. He the one who got us, Salaki. He the one who delivered us out of all of these captivities, man. He the one who separated us from these other nations and made us special to himself, man. But yet we run out here and we serve other gods. We bow down to other gods by celebrating the Mother's Day, man. Celebrating the Easter, celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving and any other wickedness that we can think of celebrating. Just because we wanna be a part of the club, man. Because we wanna have a little fun. Because we don't want somebody to feel left out. Never mind that you ignore your mother 364 other days out of the year. Never mind that you break her heart 24/7, man. But this day right here, you're supposed to make up for being a wicked son or a wicked daughter by buying her a card and some flowers, man. What about not being a wicked bastard of a child, man?
Right.
What about honoring your mother, man, and your father by not sticking them in some nursing home, man? What about taking care of them in their old age? The way they took care of you when you couldn't take care of yourself. That's not something that you reserve to remember and appreciate just one day out of the year, a day that your oppressor picks. You're only doing it so that you can feel good about yourself, man. So that everybody else who celebrates Mother's Day, you can say, I did this for my mother on Mother's Day. See how good of a son I am? See how good of a daughter I am? But really, you're a wicked bastard, man. And in the ISUPK, the brothers and sisters in here, we're the only ones who really care about our mothers, man. Because we won't worship them on Mother's Day. Because we don't want to provoke a jealous God to jealousy, man. Because we don't want him to get so angry in his jealousy that he decide to do something real drastic, man. Bring down some real serious judgment on us or our mothers, man. So, Mom, I'm not coming to your house on Mother's Day. And it's not because I don't love you. It's because I do. And the same go for the other brothers and sisters in the ISUPK. Because we don't want the Most High to bring judgment down. Because we provoke him to jealousy, man. Read that scripture one more time.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God.
Yeah, man. Say the Most High, whose name is jealous, man. And of course, it's not talking about his actual name, because we know his name is Yahweh. But what is name synonymous with in the scriptures, man, when it comes to the Most High, or when it's talking about a title? It's synonymous with his attributes or his personality, man. He has the personality of being jealous, man. Why do you think we ended up in captivity in the first place? Because the Most High is jealous of us serving other gods, man. And he done had enough of it, man. And we continue to rub his, to rub our disobedience in his nose like that, man. So that's why we're gonna bang on Mother's Day, man. We don't care who get mad about it. Damn that. We trying to save lives out here, man. Why you think people? It's always some tragedies that happen on these holidays, man.
Right.
Always a bunch of tragedies, man. People's house gets shot up. Remember what? Last Thanksgiving, the brother was eating Thanksgiving dinner with his mother and family, and he caught a stray bullet in the head right at the dinner table, man. Eating the turkey, man, in the head, man. Nah, a stray bullet just come through the wall and rock you to sleep while you eating the turkey, man. And we don't see nothing wrong with that. Let's get one more, man, just in case you don't believe it. Deuteronomy 6 and 15. Matter of fact, start at 14.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 14. Ye shall not go after other gods.
That's right. You should not celebrate Mother's Day, man, in honor the goddess Rhea. And what's the other one you said? Maya?
Maya, which is
Is that
named
the one they said in the article too?
nah. But
Okay.
the goddess Maya, that's where the month May come from.
Okay, I remember it was two names in the article. I couldn't remember what the second one was.
I
But
think
go
it was
ahead,
Sybil.
read on. Huh?
Sybil.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. The water. But none of them, man. You should not go after them, man. Those false gods, man. Zeus and Kronos and whoever else. The white Jesus, man. Read on.
Of the you shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you,
Who?
of the gods of the people which are round about you.
Yeah, man. The Greeks and the Romans, man. The Asians, man. The Arabs. Let them have their gods, man. Let them have their worthless idols, man. Vain gods, man. Worthless. Read on.
Verse 15. For the Most High thy power is a jealous power among you.
That's right. The Most High is not playing, man. Let's look up the definition of jealous, man. Just so we can make sure we're clear. Jealous. Jealous. Definition. Feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievements and advantages. Feeling or showing suspicion of someone's unfaithfulness in a relationship, man. Yeah, man. We go a whoring with these other gods, man.
Right.
The Most High has been a husband to us, man. And we go committing whoredoms with these other gods, man. And provoke our power to jealousy, man. That's what we do as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when we celebrate these holidays. When you light up a Christmas tree, man. When you paint some eggs for Easter. Rakataya Hawaya Shy for the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, man, for holding on to this truth. Damn right, man. Because anybody who made it to that Passover, you know that the Most High was out there, man. The Most High was with us. That he wasn't jealous of us. That he was with us, man. That was glorious, man. It's so good to be on the right side of obeying the Most High, man. Because we all came from this nonsense, man. But when the call went out, we obeyed the voice of the Lord, man. That's big. And we don't take that lightly in the ISUPK. That's why we put in the work that we put in. Because we want to see other brothers and sisters come up out of that nonsense too.
Right.
Read on.
Lest the anger of the Most High thy power be kindled against thee.
Yeah, man. Kindle, man. Like you kindle a fire, man. You start it up. And the Most High anger, you don't want it to get started up, man. You know, anger is synonymous with being hot, man, burning, you know. Got me hot, man, you know what I mean?
Right.
You don't want the Most High anger to be kindled against thee. And what else?
And destroy thee from off the face of the earth.
Nah, man, bless us.
And destroy thee off the face of the earth.
And destroy thee from the face of the earth, man. That's what we playing with when we worship and celebrate a Mother's Day, man. That's who we playing with. We playing with our power, our jealous power, who loves us. But we don't want to get on the wrong side and get his anger started up against us, man. We already know where that can lead. Matter of fact, drop that and let me get Proverbs 3 and 31. Proverbs 3 and 31. Feels so good not to have to dip out on class, man.
Well,
I got one more week of this. I got one more week, man. I'm enjoying this, man. I forgot how it felt to have time to get into these scriptures, man. Most High Christ. Read it when you got it, Baba Kashar.
it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Do what?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor, man. Don't ever covet what the oppressor has or want what the oppressor has or want to be like your oppressor. Don't envy him, man. Do not. Because he got a destruction coming to him, man.
Right.
And he is wicked and base, man. The wicked are estranged from the womb, man.
Right.
They go astray as soon as they be born, man. He is nothing to be envious of, man.
Right.
Don't envy that bastard, man. Read on.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And don't choose Mother's Day, man.
Right.
Don't choose to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Don't choose to sell drugs, to use drugs. don't choose to be LGBTQ, man. Give it up to Officer God of War for that powerful
That's a lot.
breakdown at camp on the LGBTQ community, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Nah, man. You went in, man. You went in. That was glory. Hey, I felt the power coming off you, man.
They haven't flagged us yet, but well, and shout out to Shabaya Allah too.
Yeah, Shabbat too, man.
They ain't flagged
Yeah,
us yet.
Most High Christ.
Yeah.
Damn right. Shoot, I felt like camp really ain't got started till y'all got up there, man. Most High
Cut it
Christ.
out.
Y'all did that, man. Yeah, we shake the kingdom, man. We don't envy our oppressor, man.
Yeah.
We try to shake the foundations, man. We want him to feel that his destruction is at hand, man. You know, he got a serious judgment coming in the near future. Read on. Matter of fact, read it one more time.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Yeah, man. So don't sweat the Greek and Roman holidays, man. Don't sweat the Asians that set up these shops in your communities, man. These restaurants and these nail salons and these beauty supply stores, man. Don't sweat the Arabs who own these convenience stores, man. Don't sweat the East Indians who own the hotels, man. You know, you can almost pick the nationality by the business that they own, man. Like they got a monopoly in our neighborhoods, man.
Right.
But don't envy that, man, because they wicked, man. I would never envy an Asian just because of his damn diet, man. Who the hell want to eat that garbage, man? I saw a damn TikTok video the other day where this Asian cat he had a whole bucket full of live, look like snakes and I can't remember what all it was. He had a starfish in there. I do remember that. But he had a skillet, a big old wok that was searing hot, man. And he was just dumping everything in the oil, man. And it was squirming while it was in the oil, man. Then the last thing he had was a big old eel, man. And that eel would not let him put him in that hot wok, man. He was jumping up out of that skillet, man. He was fighting for his life. He kept catching it off the table and trying to throw it in the pot and then put the top down on him. Yeah, it took him like 3, 4, 5 times to get that eel in there, man. And he had to hold the top down on the pot. That eel was trying to get up out of that pot, man. Like, what are you doing, man? You ain't even gonna take the time to clean it, bro.
It's Salaki.
Come on with it.
Yeah, and you're right. They eat some strange things. Those Ammonites and Moabites. They eat a lot of strange things, like some weird stuff, even with the dogs and all that stuff. But also too, if I could add on to what you're saying about that in particular nation, and really about all these other nations, but especially that nation, right? That descend from Lot's daughters, right?
Right.
They say they got some type of intellectual deficiency, or you know what I mean? They kind of deformed, right?
Right.
According to the Bible, right? But I just want to say this, you know, and look at they women, you know, Salakia. And I know every nation got their own standard of cultural beauty, right? But they women ain't nothing like you imagine a Moabite woman twerking.
Oh.
Salakia is not appealing at all. I'm just saying, even in the world, that doesn't look appealing at all. So envy them for what? Envy them for what?
Exactly, man. Exactly. It's heavy what you bringing now, man. Envy them for what?
Right.
I mean, who look better than Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian women, man?
Right.
Man, we the Most High made us special, man. He called us the salt of the earth, man.
Right.
What the hell we got to be envious over anybody else for anyway, man? Read on.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Some of his ways.
None of his ways.
You know, just you can pick and choose, which ways you want to follow.
Oh, none of his ways.
That's right. None of his ways, man. None of them. Leave them all where they at, man. And don't think Mother's Day is something small, man. Yeah, I don't have to sell drugs, but Mother's Day really ain't that big. That's a lie, man. Choose none of his ways, man.
Right.
Mother's Day is the worship of a false god, man. Read on.
Right. And Salaki.
Yes,
If I
sir.
could say one more thing on the topic, I heard a brother say this. I was listening to camp videos and then I heard a brother say this. It was real deep and heavy. He said, "Imagine we didn't have any of these holidays of America. What would we celebrate? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We only celebrate them because they celebrate because
Right.
we join them. But if they didn't exist or we never knew them, what would we celebrate? We don't even know. You know
Don't
what I
even
mean?
know.
It's a lot.
I would hope we would look in that Bible and celebrate what's in there, but I can't see it. Not with that Christian church being around.
Uh,
But read on verse 32.
verse 32. For the froward is abomination to the Most High.
Yeah, man. All these nations, man. All the oppressors are an abomination to the Most High, man.
Well,
What you envying an abomination for, man? What you choosing the ways of who the Most High considers an abomination, man?
well.
Read on.
But his secret is with the righteous.
That's right. It's with us, man. That's right, man. With blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Let them have their holidays, man. We celebrate the holy days.
Well,
Like the one just brought out, what the brother brought out. If it wasn't for these holidays, what would we celebrate, man? We don't even know. Because until you come in the Isupk and get in this Bible and understand this Bible, the hidden things, man, these things are secret to us, man. We don't know about how to serve the Most High until we come in here, man.
well.
But that's reserved for the righteous, man. We are the righteous in the eyes of the Most High.
Well,
Stop giving away our righteousness to join these abominations, man. These oppressors. They have nothing, man. Let me get
well.
Jeremiah 10 and 2, if I could.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and verse 2. Thus saith the Most High,
Thus saith who?
the Most High.
Thus saith the Isupk.
Thus saith the Most High.
Thus saith Officer God of War.
Thus saith the Most High.
Not officer by eyes.
Thus saith the Most High.
Thus saith the Most High, man. We don't say nothing in the Isupk, man. We only speak the words of the Most High, man. We reading the Bible in here. You don't like what we saying, take it up with the Most High, because this is his words, man. Read on.
Well, thus saith the Most High. Learn not the way of the heathen.
Nah, man, we all one melting pot, man. We can learn from each other.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen, man. The Most High got a tendency to repeat itself, man, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians real hard-headed, man.
Well,
We just read the scripture where it says, envy not thou oppressor, and choose none of his ways, man. And here he's saying, learn not the way of the heathen, man. You got to reiterate these things, man, because our people, we got hard heads, man. But the old saying goes, a hard head make a soft behind, man. Read on.
Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Right. Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, astrology and all of this nonsense, man. Don't let the heathen deal with all of that nonsense, man. Like
Well,
you see, they even they name them after their goddesses and their gods, right?
well,
Constellations and things of that nature. Read on.
for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, man. The heathen are dismayed, man. But not our people, man. We're not supposed to be dismayed at these things. We're supposed to look up and know that this is the work of our power, man. The most high power that chose us. The most high that we are that made us special to him, man. That made us holy to him. We don't worship the creation, man. We worship the creator, man.
Well,
But not the heathen. The heathen are dismayed at these things, man. The heathen make up gods and goddesses and choose festivals and ceremonies to worship these worthless, vain imaginations, man. And our people get sucked into the nonsense, man, because we trying to fit in, because we envy our oppressor.
well,
Drop that and let me get Exodus 20:12. Damn Mother's Day, man. Then they gonna make it come before Father's Day. I swear, boy, the damn man don't get no love in this society, man. Both of them nonsense though, so don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to advocate one over the other. I'm just talking about how the woman is propped up in this society, man. I saw a brother on TikTok. He was talking about older gentleman, brother, and he was like, you know what hurts? When you work 16 hours a day, 6 days, sometimes 7 days a week, to make sure your son got all the equipment that he need for his football growing up, all from the Pee Wee league on up through high school, and sacrificing family time and this and that to get him the best training and all of this and all of that. And then when he finally make it somewhere, the first thing he says is, "Thank you, mom. I love you, mom." And don't even mention him, man. He was like, "I'm bitter, man." And that's what the society does to the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. They beat us down in this place, man. But I digress, man. Read on.
this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother.
Honor thy father and thy mother, man. This is one of the 10 commandments, man. And I noticed it named the father first in that. But I ain't getting into that right now. Honor thy father and thy mother, man. Does it say one day a year? Does it say pick a day and honor thy father and thy mother, man? Read it again.
Honor thy father and thy mother,
Read on.
that thy days may be long upon the land which the Most High thy power giveth thee.
Yeah, man. So if you want your days to be long, man, honor your father and mother, man, like the Most High commanded us to do. But if you want to provoke the Most High to anger and jealousy, then you go right ahead and you celebrate Mother's Day, man. You celebrate Father's Day. You go right ahead, man. ISUPK been out here since 1969, and we've been saying the same thing. But our people are very hard headed, man. We got to hear things 17,000 times. How we say 50, 11 times, man. We got to hear
Yeah.
it 50, 11 times. And it still ain't enough sometimes. So we're going to keep saying it, man. We're going to hope that eventually it get through. Might not get through to everybody. It might only get through to one person, man. But if it get through to that one person, for him, it was worth it, right? So we're going to keep saying it, man. So obey the commandments of the Most High and honor thy father and thy mother, man.
Right.
It don't specify no one day to do that, man. That's something you commanded to do, man. If it's not specified on an amount or a time, then it mean all the time. Drop that in the-
And Salaki.
Yeah, come on with it, sir.
And if I could add on what you said
Yes,
before
sir.
you leave off, and what it means to honor thy mother and father, right? Take
Right.
care of them,
Take care of 'em. Come on.
just like they took care of you when you couldn't take care of yourself. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? And like how you were saying a little earlier, a lot of us would throw our parents in a nursing home and let the nurses or whatever they call them, I think they call the orderlies. They
Right.
sitting there just treating. I don't know if around here, up here in the 336, it's been, I forgot, I'm gonna look up the name. They got a whole lawsuit against this nursing home about the mistreatment of a lot of older people up here going on. It's been going on for quite a while. You know what I mean? So honor thy mother, thy father. Every day of the year. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Come. Man, I'm gonna give you a little short story, man. I knew this sister in the world, and she worked at a nursing home, man. And she used to tell stories of how they used to terrorize the elderly patients in there, man.
Man,
And I mean, uh, I didn't really care at the time because, of course, she was talking about, there was oppressors, and there was
right.
this one oppressor old lady that she was like used to chew tobacco and spit the tobacco juice at them,
Damn.
call them all the time.
Damn.
So after hours, they would rough them up, man.
Damn.
Yeah, man, they would rough them up, man. They were doing bad in there, man. And of course, looking at it now in the eyes of the UPK, of course, we filter everything through the scriptures and with wisdom. So I can only imagine what the oppressors in that situation was doing to our elderly, man.
Right. Right.
Even without them being wicked and mean and spitting tobacco juice on them, and you know what I mean. So, because they had to be provoked to doing that to them, they wasn't doing it to everybody. They was doing it to the ones who were just being racist
Right.
bastards.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, man, that's no place to put your mother and your father, man. Let your mother and your father stay with you, man. Take care of your mother and your father in their old age, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. Even when I was in the world, I would always say that wouldn't happen. I wasn't gonna let that happen to my parents, man. And I mean, some people can't wait. Like they hold such grudges over their parents that they just waiting for the day that they need to be in that situation so they can put them in a situation like that, man, to get revenge on them, man. That's not brotherly, man.
Right.
There's still the brotherhood class, and it's brotherhood at the end of the day, man.
And
And
Salaki.
yes, sir.
Now, if I could add on, those same people that have put their parents in the nursing home, those are the
Right.
same people that celebrate Mother's Day.
They're the same ones that celebrate Mother's Day, man. Matter of
Salaki.
fact, you know what? I'm about to send you another article, man. Good night. I'm glad you brought that to my mind about the same people who celebrating Mother's Day. Check this out. Uh, That's all you had to say on that? You can get down for a minute. Let me find this article.
God, God. Yeah. Of course. That's you going into it already, Bob. You know how Mother's Day is. And of course, our people in the world have no clue. But Mother's Day, all these pagan holidays are just evil, and evil people celebrate it. And we celebrate it in our ignorance, not knowing that it's an evil, wicked thing to celebrate, not knowing that we have high holy days to keep. I mean, that Christian church doesn't teach us these things. That Christian church
Right,
indulges in these pagan holidays and keeps us
right,
away from coming back closer to the Most High Power. The Lord requires us to obey Him and not disobey Him. And we celebrating Mother's Day, that's disobeying the Lord, directly
right,
cursing the Lord in His face, man.
right. That damn Christian church, man. I believe it was Constantine. He was the one at the time who implemented all of the pagan holidays into the Christian church because the people wanted their holidays, man, wanted their pagan festivals to still be celebrated, man. So they infused them into the Christian church and try to put a spin on them, but at the root of it was still the pagan origin, man. And it trickled down to our people, man. That's why that
Right.
Christianity must be destroyed, man.
Right.
But yeah, you got that article.
God.
If you
This
could read the
is,
title.
this is from theguardian.com. The title is An Abomination. Pelosi leads outcry on Supreme Court draft abortion ruling.
Yeah. You up on that?
A little bit. A
Yeah,
little
it's been all over the news since
Yeah,
like
I
yesterday,
seen
man.
seen the headline.
Yeah, they all right. It's not a ruling yet, right? But it's a draft that the Supreme Court is something that they're gonna rule on. But they haven't ruled on it yet. They just made the draft. And apparently it's leaning towards the five conservative justices on the Supreme Court. They outnumber. They got the majority. So they're gonna rule towards overturning Roe versus Wade. And is it Roe versus Wade? Yeah, Roe versus Wade and Casey versus Casey versus Planned Parenthood. That's what it is. Yeah. So those two rulings have been the law of the land. I think Roe versus Wade was since '73, and Casey versus Planned Parenthood has been since '92, and it's been where it's made it abortion illegal federally in the United States. So now they coming up with a draft like they're gonna decide to lean towards outlawing abortions, right? Overturning Roe v. Wade and Casey versus Planned Parenthood. But somebody on the Supreme Court, and I would bet my money that it's one of the more liberal justices who got outvoted, leaked it. They leaked it to the press, I believe Politico, and they came out with it. And now the whole country is in an uproar, man. You got the pro-lifers versus the pro-choicers, and they going at it and they protested, and all you see is picket signs, and it, it, uh, it's glorious to see America right now, man. America is in shambles, man. But to see these, and it's so ironic, man. The Most High, man. The Most High is he's like what's the word? What's the word I'm trying to come up with? Because I'm not trying to call him a comedian, but he's like it definitely seemed like he got a sense of humor, man. Because for him to have this come out on the week before Mother's Day,
Mm,
when you got all of these mothers who fighting for the right to kill their babies, man, and they gonna be the main ones trying to celebrate Mother's Day on Sunday, man.
Right.
Now, what kind of hypocrisy is that, man?
Right.
So when you say them old folks or the folks who put their parents in the old folks' homes, those ones who celebrate Mother's Day, the ones who have abortions, they celebrate Mother's Day too. The ones who believe in abortion, they celebrate Mother's Day too. They're gonna kill their
Right.
baby, but then they're gonna get their mama some flowers on Mother's Day, man.
Right.
Thanks for not aborting me like I abort my babies. Or they might have had one or two, and they might have aborted one or two, but they still gonna expect flowers and candy and cards on Mother's Day. When you're a terrible mother, man, you're a mother who's murdered her children, man.
Right.
But you still expect to be celebrated on Mother's Day. That's the kind of nonsense that goes on in this society, man.
Right. In Salakia.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this reminds me of it was like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe a couple years ago, where they was putting laws on the midterm abortion. Remember that?
Right.
But it was like 16 weeks. They said you couldn't get an abortion after 16 weeks, meaning they was doing it already. And they described, if I could just paint a picture real quick, because I seen they did a whole like lecture about how it's done, how the procedure is done. Basically, the baby is already being formed, and the little machine come in and rip the baby's arm off, rip the baby's leg
you
off.
talking about the late term abortions.
Late term abortion, yeah. This is what was going on. And you mean you telling me that abortion is not murder? And basically they just fighting for the right so they could be free spirits to spread their legs for any damn body.
Right.
Salak. It just reminded me of that.
Hey, that's heavy what you bringing out. I think I saw one doctor describing it, and he was saying like they take like a pair of scissors and insert it into like the back of the baby's skull, like in the neck, like the top of the neck, the base of the skull. Then they open the scissors up, man. I'm like, yo, man, what is that, man? What kind of wickedness is that, man?
Right.
Like, damn, man. How heartless can you be? Then they talk about my body, my choice. That baby's body is not your body, man.
Right. What is about 400,000 abortions a year? Something like that.
I think it's between 350,000 to 500,000 in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, man. And that's just us. I don't really care about nobody else. I just want us to not be able to get them abortions, man. But if you could read a little bit of the article.
Supporters of abortion rights reacted with outrage to the leak of Monday night of a Supreme Court decision overturning Roe versus Wade, the 1973 ruling which has safeguarded the right till now. According to Politico, the draft ruling written by Samuel Alito is supported by Clarence Thomas and the three conservative justices appointed by Donald Trump, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. It would also overturn Planned Parenthood versus Casey, a 1992 decision which upheld Roe. Nancy Pelosi, the Democratic Speaker of the House, said if the report is accurate, the Supreme Court is poised to inflict the greatest restriction of rights in the past 50 years, not just on women, but on all Americans.
Like, she gonna call that the greatest restriction of rights in the past 50 years, man. Now, black people getting shot in the streets by, unarmed by cops and getting no justice. But the right to kill your baby being overturned is the greatest restriction of rights in the last 50 years, man. Yo, man. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
Yeah, right. It's ridiculous, man. Like they have no conscience, man. They have no grasp of what they actually have coming out of their mouths, man. If you could read that next right up under that. Keep going.
The Republican appointed justices reported votes to overturn Roe versus Wade would go down as an abomination.
As a what?
As an abomination.
As an abomination, man. That's what they consider an abomination, man. Not
Mm,
being allowed, a woman not being allowed to legally kill her baby is what's considered an abomination in this society.
mm.
Not the other way around. Being, you know, not, being in the LGBTQ community is not an abomination. But not being allowed to legally murder your unborn child is an abomination. I mean, just take a minute and wrap your head around that, man. That's the kind of nonsense that this country has going on for it, man. That they have in this country. If you could, let me get James 1:8 to lock you, if I could. James 1:8. You're gonna use the word abomination, man.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
A what?
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. That's America right now, man.
But
America is double-minded, man. A woman who will fight for the right to abort their unborn baby, but yet celebrate Mother's Day is double-minded, man. And a double-minded man is what?
is unstable in all his ways.
Unstable in all his ways, man. You can't predict nothing. You can't predict nothing that these devils will do, man. All their ways are unstable, man. The same way you got these women who will fight for transgender rights, but then they get mad now that the transgender males, Salakia, I always get it confused. The transgender females are now dominating women's sports. You know that they were born men, and now they they claim that they're now women, transgender women. So now they playing women's sports with all of them, but they're really a man. So they're whipping up on the women, like the swimmer who was like the 260 something or 400 and something ranked swimmer in the men's. Now he's claiming that he's a transgender woman, and now he's number one against the. Now he's number one, and you got people who mad at that. You got some of them who recognize that okay, I've taken this position, so I got to rock with it. They trying not to be double-minded, but the ones who realize that it's wrong now they stuck between a rock and a hard place, man. No pun intended. But anyway, but yeah, man, that's double-minded, man. They getting caught in their own web of destruction, man. You got biological men who now claim to be transgender women and they in track and field, dusting them sisters off, man, on the track, man.
Salaki.
And of course, it's funny to us, but them sisters on the field crying, man. They're like, "What part of the game is this? How can we win?"
It's Salaki. I don't know. Like I don't really scroll to Facebook anymore too often at all, really. But I happen to be
I
on
think you about
Facebook.
to bring out what I was about to bring out. Bring it out.
Commanding General Yohana posted a video. You seen that video?
Uh-uh.
It's a video of a woman that is going through a gender change, right? So
Right.
now it showed that she didn't have breasts anymore. She had like pecs,
Right.
like a dude. Like you could tell it's a girl, but she's taking on the features of a dude.
Right.
And what you're bringing out, making me think about, how it's all kind of people in the world, right? Say this young lady who was born a girl, right? Now she
Right.
doesn't have breasts and she's taking testosterone injections or pills or whatever, and she ends up having a problem with a grown man, and they get to banging. Nine
Right.
times out of 10, she has no chance. You know what I mean?
Uh-uh.
She has no chance, man. God said that she's the weaker vessel, meaning she
Right.
can't hold as much weight as the man can. That's why if a man hits a woman, he's considered what? A punk, man.
Right.
Because you could beat her. You know what I mean? But what about these transgender chicks that now want to be men? And I don't know if you come across studs in life, Bob, but they straight. They think they gangster, man. They think they hard. It's like,
They
yo,
think they
like,
hard. Come.
yeah, go ahead with all of that. I don't hit girls, but I'll make a mistake, boom. You know what I mean? And end up going on top of it. But I'm just saying. But what if now she looked like a man, and now she get into it with a man, and he pound her out. Now she gonna holler she a girl again?
Right. Exactly, man.
Salaki.
It's confusion, man.
Yeah.
And you didn't bring out the one I thought you were gonna bring out when you said Facebook. I saw one on Facebook, man. A brother in the school posted the article. It's a dude who's going through the transition of becoming a female. So he's a transgender female, and he's in prison with the women and got 2 inmates pregnant.
Good night. Come on, man.
Yo,
Come on,
man. Yo, so you mean to tell me a brother can be out here on these streets, get jammed up, now he got to do a bid, and he can claim to be a woman and get locked up with the sisters, man?
And shout out.
Yo, this is crazy, man. Don't Babylon mean confusion, man?
Yeah. Land of confusion.
Damn right. Now tell me this ain't Babylon, man. America gonna fall because of its own nonsense, man.
What?
And then I heard some of those politicians today when they were, the Democrats is furious about the ruling and the potential of Roe v. Wade being reversed. So now they're talking about what's next. You know what's gonna be next? They're gonna ban gay marriages. This is what they can come up with, man.
Yeah.
This is what they come up with. Then of course, I heard one of them say, and then after that, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be Brown versus the Board of Education. They gotta find a way to try to bring black people into this fight every time, man. Yeah. They always try to bring in black issues with these lifestyle choice issues, man. When being black is not a lifestyle choice, man.
What?
It's not to be compared with somebody else's personal decisions on how they choose to live their lives, man. I get sick of being black being compared to this nonsense, man.
What?
But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was ironic and hilarious on the week of right before Mother's Day that you have this abortion battle and you got all of these mothers and potential mothers who want to kill their babies but then want to be celebrated and want to celebrate women on Mother's Day this coming Sunday. Now, what kind of nonsense is that, man?
What?
That's that is the definition of being double-minded, man.
What?
Let me get Genesis 3 and 5. Let's get to the root of this thing. Genesis 3 and 5 of Mother's Day and abortions. I heard a sister, well, not a sister. I heard a she devil on one of them talk shows talking about, why they doing this to women? Because we're too powerful.
Mm.
Too powerful. You think you powerful by giving up your power?
What?
A woman having a baby is what makes it is powerful. Their femininity is powerful. Is
What?
where they're gonna get their strength from, where they're gonna get their glory and honor from. Not from you killing your baby, man. You got that?
Yeah, and Salaki, if I could add on what you're
Please.
saying, I was thinking about it the other day, about women that do hold a position of power or in history that have been in a position of power, right? They
Mm-hmm.
always had muscle around. You know what I
Right.
mean? They wasn't it wasn't by themselves. They always had guidance, so to speak. That's why it has to be order. Without order, it'd be chaos. But I was
Right.
thinking about that not too long ago. To all the women that was in power, like I think her name is Griselda Blanco, right?
Right.
The
The
kingpin
Black
down
Mother.
there. Yeah, she had muscle around. You know what I mean? It's just one out of a
Remy.
lot, a lot of different names. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Remy. Remy, the
Who?
Colombian cat.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Colombian hit man named Remy. Yeah.
yeah.
That was a main dude.
Oh, you know all about that. Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know all about that one.
Yeah, I
But
just wanted to
he
make that point. Sure.
damn right, sir. Heavy points, man. The water for all of the heavy stuff you bringing out, man. Like
Most
this is ridiculous. This is mind blowing, man. But
yeah.
if you could read that whenever you got it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 5. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open.
Now this is the serpent in the garden, man. And it's not no damn snake, man. Snakes don't talk, man. Talking to Eve, man, beguiling Eve. And he is trying to convince her to go against what the Most High told Adam. And he said, what?
For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open,
Right?
and ye shall be as God,
He shall what?
be as God.
He shall be as gods, man. And see, that's what we're dealing with, man. We're dealing with women trying to rise up higher than their position that they were given, man. They were not meant to be as gods, man. They had to be under the man. The man is the head of the woman, man. The
Yeah.
woman is not supposed to be worshipped, man. Man ain't supposed to be worshipped, man. I mean, you the head of your woman, and she is to look at you as Christ, because Christ is the head of the man. But we worship the Most High, man. The same way we don't celebrate birthdays, man, because we making a god out of ourselves, man. It's self-worship. We don't worship nothing but the Most High, man.
Right.
And this is what it all boils down to: women trying to be worshipped, man. They want to be gods, man. They want to be goddesses and queens and this and that, man. Just be
And
a wife and a mother, man. Come on with it.
Salaki,
Come on with
Boz, one more thing, and I'm gonna get off. I just want to say one more thing.
it.
It
Yes, sir.
triggered something in my head real quick, like the whole women's rights movement, right? Right, like when our sisters hear about this order about the man is the head of the household, it kind of shakes them up, especially they in the world, it kind of shakes them up because they look at it like, because the whole women's rights movement was women of European descent fighting against her man because her male counterpart is such a homosexual that he oppressed his own woman, man.
Salakia, gay.
Oh yeah, it's like he's so gay, right?
Right,
He's such a weirdo that he oppressed his own women, man,
right,
in history. And they got tired of it. So we're gonna fight back. But that's not our culture. So-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We look at our women according to these scriptures. We look at our women and we don't want them, they so delicate, we don't want them to hurt the sole of their feet on the ground.
damn
But
right,
they oppress their women. So we look at that as if that's our culture. But we don't
right,
oppress our
right,
women. You know what I mean? That's not our style. That's not how we do. We know what to do with a woman. But the oppressor, he go upside his old lady head. You know what I mean?
right.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Put the brother ahead, man. Damn right. Because I tell women all the time that we're against that feminist movement, man. Because it has nothing to do with our women, man. Our
Right.
women were right there in that cotton field picking cotton right beside us, man. We ain't never oppressed our women, man. We ain't never
Right.
told our women you can't work.
Right.
Man, go get out here and get 2 jobs if you got to.
That's okay.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Like we ain't never wanted to oppress our women, man. Like that ain't even our nature, man. Let me see if I can get one more. Matthew 12:46. I think I might have time for 2 more, but I want to get this one, at least this one.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him.
Yeah, man, this is Christ, man. Christ is speaking. Christ is at camp, man. And his mother and his brethren stood without the camp, desiring to speak to him. Read on.
Verse 47. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee.
Right. So somebody said, Salakia, sir, your mother and your brother want to speak to you. And he said, read on.
Verse 48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren?
Christ said, man, take all your questions to the table, man.
Well,
Salakia, read that again.
but he answered and said
Salakia, I was
unto
just
him,
playing.
God, what he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren?
Hey, man, who is my mother and who is my brother, man? Read on.
Verse 49. And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
Nah, he said, nah, man, let my mothers do, because it's Mother's Day.
He said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
Yeah, man, behold, man, you see these disciples, you see these brothers around me, behind me. These are my mother and my brother, man. Read on.
Verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
Damn right, man. And when I look around in this ISUPK, I'm not celebrating no Mother's Day, and neither
Well,
none of the brothers and sisters in the ISUPK, man, because we are each other's mothers, brothers, and sisters in here, man. Because
well,
we doing the will of the Most High, our Father, man, and that means we're not celebrating Mother's Day, man.
well,
Christ didn't even he wasn't about to stop doing what he was doing to give his mother some special honor. He wasn't about to stop doing the will of the Most High just because his mother decided to speak to him. She could have spoke to him after camp, man. But he ain't about to stop teaching and talking to the people just because his mother wanted to speak to him, man. And we don't have to stop serving the Lord just because America decide that this is a day that we supposed to worship our mothers, man.
well,
We're not supposed to disobey the Most High in order to please people, man. It's just like for Christmas, they tell you all the time. What about the kids? You know, you can at least do it for the kids. And then for Mother's Day, what about it's your mother? You can at least do it for your mother. Or Valentine's Day, you ain't gonna get your wife something nice for Valentine's Day? Damn that, man. Damn
well.
pleasing these people, man. Please the Most High, man. Got anything else to add, sir?
La,
But with that, we're gonna clip it up, man.
Most High in Christ.
You gonna stick around while I do the security announcements or what?
La, Shalom, Shishkatar.
Shalom, y'all, but the water, sir.
Most High in Christ.
Security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The next holy convocation is the Feast of First Fruits, and I believe it is June the 12th on a Sunday. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I majim, which means to stand. Wapin Yakwadum, which means turning face to east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatha, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabiyanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wa'athapareth, La'walamim, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. With that, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Baruch Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Thun by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. Class dismissed.